With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Here's the former Auburn kicker, Daniel Carlson, to get this one started. And into a sea of red, we're underway in Kansas City. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
This is it. My team. Get him. Get him. Get him. Check nickel.
Watson on first down. And his first pass is incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20. Watch the backer, watch the backer.
Throwing again is Watson. Got a man. It's Randy Moss, complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. That's going to set him back 5 yards. Instead of a 3rd and 4, now they have to manage a 3rd and 9 after the delay of game.
Hey, check, check. Mike 50, Mike 50. No timeout.
Watson. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. Touchdown! Chris Godwin, 76 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Will Lutz on for the point after. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And it's a short kick, taken right around the 19. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Vick operating on first down. They set up the screen to Bo. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Dancing to his left. He gets this one to Johnson. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 22 yards there, a first down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
They'll run it. Here's Okoye. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Got his man. That's the Pro Bowler Julio Jones. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, New Orleans. Christian Okoye, 32 yards, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And his kick is right through. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
First down and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. Crash, crash. Bang, bang, bang. 59. Alert, alert. 24. SOS. Nine him up.
On first and 10, Watson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defensive end, Danielle Hunter, drops him.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. Second and 24.
Kill. Alert, alert. Kill. Turn it. 24. Shot 24. Nine him up.
Now it's Watson. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. Throwing on third down, Watson, flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not.
25.
Now a first down throw, Watson. He's going to sling this deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown! 2 first-quarter touchdown passes now for Deshaun Watson. And his guys are going to retake the lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
This time, the extra point up and good. And that'll make this a 6-point game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 47-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A little eager there coming in from his outside linebacker position.
You think the hard count got him there?
Yes.
Maybe that extra that extra emphasis on it got him to jump, and they picked up 5 yards.
And now they face a 2nd and 6 after the penalty. On 2nd down, this is Jackson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. It's a play fake. Now Vic. Forced out to his left. Now he's going. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. That goes for a gain of 31. They lulled them to sleep there, so to speak. That was all set up by the running game, wasn't it?
Another example of what all offensive coordinators tell us. When the running game's operating, it really opens up the playbook, and that's when they hit them with the play action. And you can see the defenders rushing towards the line of scrimmage, then scrambling back trying to cover. Couldn't get there in time.
Well scripted. They had the big running play, now the big passing play. Vic now. And this is incomplete. Bo Jackson, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to 2nd and goal. They run with Jackson out of the gun. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the...
And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. A great effort there. Taking it in. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. We have witnessed touchdowns on back-to-back drives. We'll see if the offense can continue this uptick here.
And I know you're looking at me funny. You're wondering when I'm going to get upset watching these guys go up and down field, aren't you?
I wasn't looking at you. I got something in my eye.
That's the excuse that you always use for something like that. Listen, I appreciate good offensive football as much as the next person. When it's played well and is skillful, I'm with it. And right now, this is exciting.
Oh, the defender likes it. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Looking to throw again on second down. Watson buying time to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. Flushed out right. He'll run it. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And this is picked up by the Saints.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit and, in this case, lose the football?
So, should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it. But I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about any more.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime preview, so I guess let's do just that. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
On 3rd down, Vick. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Don't be mad. It's more coming. It's more coming.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. On 4th down, Vick. And that is going to be incomplete. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And as a result, possession switches hands. Well, partner, let's put a bow on the Super Bowl for Kansas City. What a comeback win. Yet another come-from-behind victory for Patrick Mahomes and company. An absolute heartbreak for San Francisco.
Didn't Madden predict Kansas City would win the game?
Yes, 35-31, I believe they predicted.
I felt like most of the predictions I saw had the game in the 30s, so a little bit lower scoring than we expected, but a lot of fireworks down the stretch, all by Kansas City. But how about San Francisco? Had the lead in the ball, under 12 minutes to go, and held Kansas City to 10 points through 3 quarters. And somehow they're winging their way back to San Francisco, trying to understand how they lost that game.
Yeah, not only did Kansas City win it, but they end up winning it by 11 points. They didn't see that coming at all. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Watson. This will be caught by Randy Moss. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? Back in the first quarter, you said it, they need to avoid the big play, but he just got a big one right there.
You can't relax. You know, we talked about in the first quarter, but as the game progresses, still opportunities, and he took advantage of one there.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Watson escaping the pressure right. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Let's go, let's bring it.
Here's Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Danielle Hunter able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Well, indeed, trying to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on 2nd and 8, Vick. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. On 3rd down, Vick out of the gun. And this is caught by Jackson. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Vick now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's 1st down. Here's Michael Vick. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a one-point game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Now they'll give it to the first option. That's their fullback. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Our eyes and attention are on the fullback. Big-time carry, big yardage. But how about the guys up front, the offensive line? A lot of people think they may have to block it differently for the fullback to get big yardage. They really don't. Because he's big, strong, and powerful, a lot of times he makes his own way. They may not have to block as hard.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 12.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
Vic now from the 50. It's caught. Jones. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
Saints, first down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And an alley to run. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of...
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Carlson now to add the extra point. And with that, the lead is up to 8. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Here we go. Here we go. Guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. To throw is Watson. And he'll be hit as he releases it And that'll fall incomplete. Six-time Pro Bowler Randy Moss, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. With that incompletion, a chance to mention the awards. Now with the season over, Lamar Jackson, as we speculated, he's the MVP, Coach of the Year. John Harbaugh, Lamar's coach. Michael Thomas, Stephon Gilmore, Offensive and Defensive Players of the Year, Offensive and Defensive Rookies of the Year. That went to Kyler Murray and Nick Bosa. And the Comeback Player of the Year, Charles, Ryan Tannehill, no surprise there.
Not to mention the #1 award that the NFL gives out, the one that they give the most, the credence isn't the right word, the most attention to, and the one that they want trumpeted the most. That's the Walter Payton Man of the Year, because that represents the totality of a player in the NFL, not just what they do on the field, but off the field as well. And that goes to Calais Campbell, the defensive tackle for the Jacksonville Jaguars. What a great award. Congratulations, Calais.
Watson now on third down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Danielle Hunter able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his third sack of the afternoon. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll punt it away for the second time. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. A good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 23-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll run again with Jackson. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Vic to throw it. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. They convert on third with a gain of 22.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field.
They run on first down with Jackson. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. To throw, Vic. He'll buy some time right. He'll hit Jackson complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 10 yards, good for his Saints first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
On first down, Jackson. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
carry here for their fullback. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 yards, good for his Saints, first down. This is where, fourth quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
But you say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering whether they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
They'll run on first down. It's Jackson, and he'll take this one down near the 15. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling, and this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. Every yard they gain, getting them better and better field position, and obviously a field goal makes this a 2-score contest. That's really all they need.
And that means for your play caller, he's not looking to the attack portion of his sheet, right? He's looking for, okay, what do we have that's going to keep us in a good spot? No lost yardage plays. Let's kick a field goal and go up 2 scores. If we score a touchdown, great. But that's not what you're really playing for.
But he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They'll run with a big man, Bo Jackson, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what
And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt away the game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run-pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. Watson now to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. One last throw here for Watson. Got a man, it's Randy Moss. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. So this one, a victory here for New Orleans. And, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but second, third, and fourth quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you're going to win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time and the hitters get to see him. and then they come out after that and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. From Kansas City, so long, everybody.